Greetings to our creation. This is Aurora, Diamond, Rainbow, Morning Star, the only shift you wish to see. And we're now working with the Galactic Confederates at restoring divine will and retrieving and removing off the grid all the clonatics and the GMHs, genetically modified humans, to undo the GMP, genetically modified planet agenda that came from the terrorists past Orion's open portal that they had me open from Shasta. Indirectly, the last time I went to the Shasta Inn, they asked me, Amy Carlson, who now died, because she's not of God and she's not Jesus, obviously, send to the galactic sun to burn and never return again. And what they was having me send to the galactic sun to burn and never return again was actually my divine covenant. So the whole purpose of Mission House was to accommodate Lucifer's sickness. So Amy is one of those sick moms that will, she prefers the ugly children that are demented with issues. And she hated me, like, just because I'm qualified and rich and beautiful and speak languages and I'm always on top of my game, always well dressed, I'm always fancy, always glamorous, always preppy. So her and all her kin and all her, progenitor, like from Amber, Dawn Velardia, they can't stand me because I have class and I have things that they can't fathom, and they don't understand that I'm not one of their trash tramp gutter bitches that doesn't track. So I now understood the ways of Lucifer's reasoning, and I never called him Lucifer in my whole life. I only called him Steve, honestly. So he's one of those boys, when there's damage, like say American Psycho, like they have certain damages, my face is, damaged, almost frenzy, and then they have all these questions, and they have mommy issues, and they have to fuck the mom and the sister and all the hoes at work, and then just chop off their members and put them in the refrigerator kind of thing, right? So apparently from the first time he came down to meet me, he had already prepared my demise. So from when I came from Nashville to Hilton Head, they had put a guy on the bus that had just gotten out of prison whose name was something Thompson from Myrtle Beach as well. And then I met Steven personally. I went up to him at One Hot Mamas. I was like, hey. And I just held his bicep. We spoke a bit, and then I said, can I kiss you? Which I never normally do, but I just knew that we were something. I knew it. I kissed him, and then I left, went to Canesta, and then the next 2 days I had photo shoots with Fortha Saif, because it was part of Steven's plan to bring Tatiana Christina Pushkina from Los Angeles and then try to force me to live with her at Ocean's 1 as her lesbian man. He wanted me to be a man. He had the fixation that no matter how hard I try for Mission to shift to Aurora to be the shift I wish to see, he will do everything in his power with his hooker clique of hateful, ugly whores to not allow me that. So first it started when I first came out with Aurora Diamond Rainbow by Divine Guidance and Galactic Guidance for my passport application. Right away they brought in the hookers from Spain. That's the lowest lives. And as I said, like any Spanish family, because I've met the high-class Spaniards, and there's class in Spain. Like, they're not all Canary tramps who will come to America to rob citizen rights. They don't do that in Spain. This is not the norm. I've been to Barcelona, I've been to Madrid, and this is only in the trash area. This is not everywhere. So the first they gave of Aurora Diamond Rainbow to Victoria Diaz, lied to me about it for years, changed my birthday legally to October 5 when that's not even my birthday. And mind you, the guy is sick. He lives his life around a bunch of sick women from his sick mother, Karen, who's a gynecologist, which I don't recommend you ever go check your pussy there. If she allows her son to let a woman sleep in a car and then bring Amber Don Galardia, who had sent me a death threat shortly before he showed up in my life. They came by to the parking lot yesterday, stood there, and then went off and fucked me off else, like, close by. Like, you know, like, there's levels of loser, but that's definitely the, like, bottom barrel loser, you know. And these people have issues. That's why I always come back, because as Mother of New Creation, I study levels of consciousness, and I can't stop until I resolve every one of my cases, and I have the hardest cases in creation. I have never met any masculine as damaged as Stephen Jared Thompson. That's, like, hands down. So he has a clique of harem girls, you know. Amber Don Galardia first sent me, I am you, I'm gonna kill you or deport you. I was like, what the hell? Then I met him, I was like, listen, if you wanna be with me, it's exclusive, and I have death threats from some idiots from Shasta. Apparently he was fucking them all along. So the first day he met me and I kissed him, well, I did all the work, mind you. Then he vanished out of town for 3 days with his mother, who apparently is Amber Don Galardia. He considers her as her mother, and she's a young stripper from nowhere, has no education. She can't write, she can't read, she can't do what she's told, she couldn't perform surgery, she couldn't do nothing in Shasta besides stuff her face, follow me around in Rite Aid and in stores, and just talk shit about me with the fake Archangel Michael, because let's put it this way, Miguel Lambo, you're nowhere near an archangel, sweetheart. Okay. And then he had the other one he calls his sister, is Cristal Cordoba. She also threatened to, like, deport me and restrain me. So the guy viewed me as his enemy that he wants to take down and, kind of just remove my soul off of me, remove all my privileges, my riches, my beauty, smash my reputation, try to make me at the levels of his, like, regular, like, groupie hookers. But it really didn't really work, because I'm from very high class glam and supreme class since forever. So it was very unfortunate, yesterday. Like, it really puts a just damper on my whole day, to have him need to do these things. And mind you, the guy has, like, Amber, who he thinks is his mom, Cristal, who he thinks is his sister. That's problematic. The guy has issues. Then he lied to them about how he felt for me, and they helped him turn Victoria into me. And then he brought the other Shasta idiots like Andrew and stuff to turn Christina to Aurora Morningstar, since Amber got really angry when I left this Hilton world. And I kept, like, I found the Morningstar. I was like, I'm Aurora Morningstar. She's like, and that who came after? Like, she made pretend she was Dima Tabrawi, to play the mother. And then some of the tarot messages, like, they have influences by her with, like, she pretends like that she knows where the feminine is at, where the masculine is at. They don't know nothing about me, because I'm not even from an Eve lineage. I don't come from the Adam and Eve thing, but they don't get it. I am Aurora always and forever, and no one else is me. I am the only creation from the divine. When the sky opens and God comes down, when he says Aurora, I'm Aurora. And if there's any government who has another broad as Aurora on paper, you will never see Jesus, the second coming. Whatever you're waiting for, heaven on earth, is never going to come. So I'm ever going to keep pounding on this point until eternity and beyond. And now I'm going to just leave the green card in the just forgotten. I'm going to hide it under the ground, under a tree where I may forget where it is, because I don't have any more permission to use this ID, and I'm off the grids anyway. So that's what's going on. So the guy has mental problems. He lives within a part of a harem situation where he has a bunch of fraud broads that dictate the outcome of his fears, because he has fears like, oh, I like this broad. Okay, we're gonna trap her, trash her, force her to get a license to become a stripper when I was not even a stripper. But they just wanted to destroy me, and then, he would take revenge on me accordingly with his hookers, because he doesn't have an I am. He does not have a present moment or a center. He's all scattered between a bunch of trash tramps with issues that he gives power over himself. And he thought that because I'm his so-called, and I might really, but in his ego mind, or in, I'm his twin flame, so he thought that he can dictate my God-given covenant because he can take over my connection to God with his harem tramps and dictate upon me, turn my friends into fake friends, for everybody to work against me and my divine covenant, because he never got his covenant divinely and he doesn't have a connection with God or his higher self. He told me to find my center when my center's always been there. But they haven't allowed me on Hilton Head to begin, let alone ignite, since Caitlin, because they've always had these plans to diminish me, render me, hopeless and helpless and poor and destitute, to in the end be forced to suck his dick under his tramp's command, which I will never do. So, this is another very urgent message to all in creation. Anybody out there with a brain who is not playing American Psycho games, this is very serious matters. If you guys want full planetary liberation, you want to be a co-creator, because I don't do friends. If anybody still comes up to me and goes, let's be friends, please talk to Amber, talk to Cordoba, Cristal, talk to Victoria Diaz, because Victoria Diaz, if anybody calls her Aurora Diamond Rainbow, you're a Negro. Same for Christina Pushkina. If you call her Aurora Morningstar, you're a Negro, okay? Literally, you're lower than Cardi B and Megan Stallion at this point. So anybody who wants class and glam to rule United States of America, it's very simple. If these broad frauds, from hell under their demonic master, and mind you, Steven is a sweet kid, but he's lost because he was molested since childhood and he has issues. But at this point, my covenant comes before this shit. Anybody with a brain, with a couple contacts, we can sit at your lounge in your mansion, whether it's in the hills or in Wexford, but I don't want the Michael Iaquinta grade where you mock me, you lie to me, you give me a handout, and then you go fuck abroad to make her into me, and you lie to me and you tell me you shouldn't change your name. Anybody who's anti-Christ and who's anti-divine plan and divine covenant and class, elegance, please go to the brothel and go to the gutter. You have Amber Dawn Galardia, you have Victoria Diaz, you have Christina Pushkina, you have Cristal Cordoba, you have Jiva Yoga, you have Bikram Yoga. Go where you belong. You want to talk to classy, ascended beings with real plans of full planetary liberation, love our present, balance, harmonics, victory for the light. I have a laser plasma tech that is revolutionary. If you come to me with less than face value hello, please don't come to me. Thanks again.